it's been forever since I've been on here, but I'm really excited to start vlogging again. I'm finally starting to feel better than I was. If you guys don't follow on Instagram, you might have no idea what I'm talking about. I haven't vlogged since we were in Washington with Young Living, and so since I got back, a lot of stuff has happened. I need to like go back and look at what date it was that we were gone. So we were gone at the end of September and we got back. Okay, here we go. So the last time I filmed was in August. So that was the 3rd week of August we were at the Gold Retreat, and then Reese turned 2 and we had her birthday party the weekend that we got back. I decided not to film her birthday party. We ended up having it at Pump It Up, and it was like really intimate and cute and fun, like a normal birthday party. It wasn't like the type of parties that I normally throw, but it was still really fun. The following weekend we went out to the ranch. My uncle passed away sadly, so we went to his funeral and stayed at the ranch that weekend. The following weekend I turned 31 and I took Adeline to Disney for a one-on-one trip with her. And then, let's see, September came around. When we went to Disney, it was really hard because I'd been having a lot of pelvic pressure and pain, and I got a scooter one day, but not all the days, just one day that we were there. We only did 2.5 days at the park, which was plenty. But I was in a lot of pain, pretty uneventful until like mid-September. I don't remember the date, but mid-September I ended up in the hospital because I had bled really heavily and I had a really big clot, and it was really scary. I've never had bright red bleeding in any of my pregnancies other than like spotting, and this was like the whole toilet covered in bright red blood with the clot. So I went in, they did an ultrasound, they did all the tests they could find, and everything looked absolutely perfect with her and me. They said in 15% of pregnancies there can be a hidden bleed, and that's what they think that I have. So since then I've been going in weekly to a high-risk doctor who does an ultrasound every time. They do a non-stress test every time just to make sure that everything is going well, and every time I've been, everything has been great and perfect. I'm just very paranoid now ever since the bleeding. Before the bleeding I felt invincible, but then after the bleeding now every little sign and thing that I feel I'm like Googling and, you know, always monitoring her, always checking her heart rate, just kind of constantly obsessing, and I can't help it. I just can't. I'm very scared now because with that amount of blood and no answer, it makes me feel super uneasy. So I have like the Owlet belly band monitor, which honestly I can't say is worth the money because it doesn't tell you the exact number of their heart rate, and you can't see it live. Like I would love to be able to see live how it looks, you know, like how when you have a non-stress it tells you like on the screen. I wish that it showed contractions as well as heart rate, like the 2 monitors that you see in the hospital. I would love to have something at home where I could see that, because for people that are really high stress or that have had complications or they're high risk in their pregnancy, it would be nice to have, because in order to see that you have to go into triage. So after my last non-stress test, they wanted to test me for fluid to make sure that I wasn't leaking amniotic fluid. It was negative, so it was good. I went back to triage like in between when I bled and then when I got checked for fluid. I was in there another time in between that because her heart rate was extremely high. But of course when I got there they said everything looked good. And I was supposed to do bed rest until I turned 34 weeks. Modified, not like bed rest where you can't get out of bed. Like they told me get up and move around, you know, a few times a day so you're not like just in bed the whole day, but do as much bed rest as you can. It was really hard. I had like a mental breakdown at the end of it because I was so tired of not being able to do anything, and like the mess was piling up around me, And the second that I hit 34 weeks, I was basically out cleaning the whole house and getting it back together. And then my friend Tara came and helped me organize the nursery. She did most of it, but I sat in there with her, and you can't really tell in her vlog, it looks like she's in there alone, but I was in there with her while she was doing that, and it was really nice to see her, but she helped get everything. Hey, Silk. Have you guys seen the kittens yet? I don't know, I got rag dolls. So it was really nice to see her. She organized it so beautifully, and Cody and Reese will be sharing a room later, but in the beginning she'll be in my room with me. I ordered a new sign for them that says both of their names. It says Reese and Cody, and it's so precious. I can't wait for it to get here. Things have been pretty calm. The only thing that's been going on since then is that Nick and I have been like extreme cleaning, organizing, and hanging things in the house. Like, we have been very overboard and obsessive with getting things ready and, you know, put together in the house, because we've kind of been a little bit stagnant on that. I didn't film at Disney because I wanted to be in the moment more with Adeline, and I Instagrammed a lot, but I didn't vlog. Are you just purring? The cool thing about these cats is that there's a reason they call them ragdolls, and it's because they literally act like ragdolls. They just like let you hold them however you want, pick them up whenever you want. They don't like claw, bite, complain, hiss. They're just very chill, like opposite of sweet Dutchie. And we love Dutchie for who she is, but I've really, really been wanting a cat that like loves me. I know Dutchie loves me, but what's going on here? I know Dutchie loves me, but she doesn't really show it a lot, so. Tara really inspired me with all the like things that you can use to organize a space. Like, I've never used like drawer dividers or like special, like I have of course like bins and things like that like everyone else, but she showed me all these different things you can use to organize your closet, like shoe organizers. I'm looking at all my stuff right here. Acrylic bins, fabric organizers. Like, there's so many things you can use to organize a space, and I like went on an Amazon shopping spree and got all this organizational stuff, and I'm really excited to do it. Okay, wow, so fast forward, okay, I'm focused. Fast forward like a week or so. I was planning on uploading that sooner, and it never happened. Story of my life. So more updates that have happened since then. My mom is here right now. I am about to be 38 weeks pregnant in 3 days, which is crazy. And then I should be getting induced at 39, but they've said, I don't know if I said this on here, they're short staffed, so they push inductions back quite often, and that it could just be pushed back, and I'll end up going into labor on my own anyway, so we'll see what happens. I'm not holding my breath for that induction date, but it could happen. I could technically just have like a week and a half left of being pregnant. That is so crazy to think, huh? Okay, so if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, once again, I have put out another announcement only on Instagram. My boutique, I don't know if I've even spoken about my boutique here on YouTube. Have I? I don't know. I have been working on a boutique for maybe 5 months, 6 months. We've been working on all the back end, getting the right employees hired and getting everything in place to have a full up and running boutique. And it has been announced. I'm actually gonna put the announcement, like the video that I put on Instagram, I'm gonna put it here on my YouTube as well, so that you guys can see the coming soon announcement. But we are mainly waiting on warehouse stuff. So once we get our warehouse stuff under control and locked in and ready to go, we can start thinking about a launch date. And we don't really have like a launch date yet because we have to get, like, it's the warehouse is what we're waiting on. I've actually already ordered a lot of items for the shop that I cannot wait to share. And they've actually started shipping. My first package hasn't come in yet, but I'm like so anxious for the first box to come in because it'll be like real then. Like when I have product in my hand, it'll be real, which is so crazy. Oh my God, I am so excited. And then in addition to my boutique, I have also been working on my own product that I have started from scratch, which is a separate brand. I'm still working on that. I've already gotten the first, we've had tons of prototypes in the past, but I finally gotten a new prototype in that is so perfect, and now we're working on nailing down hardware and getting the branding on it and getting, you know, the branding finished and all of the back end for that, and then that's gonna be a whole separate launch. And I'm feeling super blessed, excited, and happy that these things are finally coming together, because a lot of you know who follow me pretty closely, you know that there were a lot of times that I didn't know if it was ever going to come to fruition at all, because, you know, one thing after another happened. And now I'm a little bit nervous about, I've just been hearing a lot. I don't know how much of it is true and how much of it is fear mongering, but I've been hearing a lot of stuff about supply chain, and I'm like, you know, at a time when I'm gonna be launching companies, supply chain problems could definitely put more hiccups into it. But at this point, it's like we've been through all the things that we can go through, and so we'll just take it as it comes and just roll with the punches and see what happens. But I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm like super excited. So appreciative of you guys being here still. Like those of you who are still here watching, like, thank you for still being here. It's really amazing, and I really appreciate it. So I'll be back in a couple days with vlogs and back to normal content. And yeah, so I'll see you guys then. Bye.